Hello, everybody. So, I was debating with myself. I was like, do I do another gameplay video of Chef RPG or do I record a vlog? And I kind of think I want to record a vlog only because it's 12:43. Um, I've spent the morning not doing a whole awful lot of stuff. Had breakfast and just had lunch. Took a shower. Our D&D group, or part of our D&D group, is getting together tomorrow to go out and eat. Um, which I'm looking forward to. Should be quite fun. Um, so yeah, there's stuff I want to do this afternoon. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking it might make more sense to do a vlog right now, and then and then maybe on Friday, post the gameplay video. It's been kind of an odd week. I have been suffering from pretty severe knee pain for a couple of weeks. It's finally gotten to the point where I can stand and walk on it and all that while using my stick and everything. And I don't really know why. And it's kind of one of those things, yes, I could go to the doctor about that, but considering I have to walk to where my doctor is, let's just say I have been basically taking care of it myself, doing the usual knee pain thing, putting heat on it, taking ibuprofen, but like I said, it's mostly to the point right now where I can walk on it. As a matter of fact, I went out yesterday. Oh, even though it was feeling a little bit worse, went out yesterday, because I wanted to stop at the co-op store, get a few things, which I ended up doing. And then I walked down to, they have kind of one of those malls where all the stores are connected and stuff, and it's kind of half indoors, half outdoors. But anyway, Keith's mom recommended a store called Primark to me, and because I told her I wanted to buy some more clothes and I wanted to get some more trousers, as they call them over here in the UK. So I was like, yeah, I'll go. Usually I've gone to Marks and Spencer for that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I just decided, I'll give it a try. I'll take a look. Yeah, I walked in there, found the jeans, but now I need to go online and see if they have a petite department, because the jeans I looked at were all super long and for non-petite people, if that makes sense. And tall people, tall, skinny, straight up and down kind of things. But I get to do some looking, and that was good. Um, but yeah, that's my goal. I want to do that. I want to do a little bit of job hunting, because I haven't done that so far this week. And also do some cleaning. I have a bunch of dishes that need washed, and probably clean the kitchen counter and all that. Um, Sorry, I'm burping. Um, but yeah, so again, sorry, I should have been recording a lot sooner, but can't believe it's Wednesday already. It just seems like the week just began, and now it's like, yeah, midweek, you know? And so, but yeah. Well, and I'm also wanting to get ready. Yes, want to fill up my bag, which is back there, with clothes, because I need to go do laundry at some point. I did have to kind of laugh because one of the main things I wanted to get yesterday was ibuprofen, because, like I said, I've been taking a lot of ibuprofen over the past couple weeks, and I ran out um the day before yesterday. I ran out of pills, and so I was like, so I was like, yeah, I'll get up, go out to the co-op store, and I end up getting some chicken because I'm gonna cook pasta at some point. And so I got some chicken slices to chop up and add to that. Um, but yeah, so, and then, but my whole point of going to the co-op is they have this one row that has a bunch of the little bottles, the serve, I don't know what you call it, but it's not like a liter or a 2 liter. It's just like a hold in your hand and drink from kind of thing. And anyway, so my whole purpose was I was gonna get ibuprofen, a pop, and then whatever else I saw that was like, oh, I need to get some of this, which ended up just being the chicken. And then I was gonna sit somewhere, take ibuprofen with the pop. Well, I walked out of there, and I didn't realize until I got down to where the Primark is, that I'd forgotten to get a pop. And so I was like, okay, well, I was like, we'll still keep going and do what we wanted to do. There's something on my screen, sorry about that. And do something like, so I did that. I wandered around a little bit. Thought about getting some lunch out, because the nice thing about this mall group of shops that they have is, like, it starts out outside, and then you can walk in and it's still like connected to the outside, but it's like still sheltered in certain areas of the mall. And so, but right before you get into the indoor portion, there's a place where they have like places for people to sit, and they have these little food stalls set up. All and it's kind of in a circle. And so I was like sitting there for a while resting, trying to take care of my knee, and then do I want to get some lunch out, or do I want to, you know, or do I want to wait until I get home? And eventually I decided, I'm gonna wait until I get home. And but it's probably partly because at least some of the stalls that were out there were like prefer payment by in cash, and so I was like, I don't have cash. I don't normally carry cash. Like I have a few coins, like I have a few pound coins in my wallet, but that's about it. I don't really have anything as far as the other stuff. You know, I don't really have you know, like pound notes or anything, or actual paper money or whatever. And so I was like, I'll just wait. And then I was like, and that'll work out perfectly because I have to go past Co op on my way home. So I'll just swing by in there, grab a pop, and then that way I'll have something to drink and stuff. Not that we didn't have stuff to drink here, but it's like every once in a while, like I want a Mountain Dew, or I want to try a different kind of drink that they have over here than what I've had before or whatever. Or they have these innocent fruit smoothie kind of type drinks, which are really good. I really like those for the most part. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, we'll just, you know. So I swung in, bought a soda, and and also grabbed they have Christmas chocolate treats out, and they have Maltesers, which I have had before in the United States, but I could only really find them at Target, and that's a Target that I worked at for a while, and so it was kind of fun because Maltesers is a British brand, as far as I'm aware. Like their company is here in the UK somewhere. And so they had these little Malteser reindeers, and so I was like, I'll get one of these. Had one. It was quite good, quite tasty. Um, it's interesting. Maltesers are kind of like malted milk balls. Um, which are just little balls of like malt. I don't even know what malt stuff is, but apparently they're formed into balls and then coated in chocolate. Well, this was a Malteser reindeer, so it's a bit more of both chocolate and, wasn't just a little ball. But it was quite tasty. So trying to think of what else to talk to you guys about. And again, I'm sorry. Probably should have gotten on the ball a lot sooner, but I kind of gotten into the habit of when I do take a shower, I kind of like to just come out and, relax, like watch stuff or do some writing or whatever while you know, it's kind of become a self care ritual, if that makes sense. It's kind of become oh, I don't have to do anything. I can just relax, blah, 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 kind of thing. And so, yeah. But in the meantime, but yeah, I do kind of feel kind of bad. Like, feel like I should have gotten a proper gameplay video up for you guys, but since tomorrow is Thanksgiving and you guys, and I'm assuming a bunch of you guys will be getting together with your family and all that, and I want to give you something to watch either on your phone, if you need some time away from everybody, because I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of like I don't mind hanging out with people and I don't mind, but I also highly enjoy my time to myself, if that makes sense. And like it's kind of funny, but Keith and I talk, and like when he comes home, we'll interact and stuff like that. But then it's like he needs time to decompress and kind of let go of the day and everything. And I'm kind of the same way, but it's also kind of cool because we're doing a lot of times we're doing similar things, but we're each doing our own thing. But like we'll talk to each other and we'll be like, hey, I just saw this, what do you think? Or, and we'll start talking about a video we watched, or like he'll tell me about one of the video games that he's playing or whatever, and I do the same thing. I feel kind of bad though, because a lot of my games are like Scarlet Hollow, where it's like a visual novel, and like I remember a few days ago I was talking to him because I've been replaying Scarlet Hollow, and I noticed something. And as you guys know, because I uploaded the video talking about new stuff that I noticed, and I was talking to Keith about it, and he was just like, like he cared, like he was listening, but it's different because he doesn't play that game, so it's like, when you meet somebody who plays, like, say, Pokemon Go, and like you're out, like, say I was out in town and there was a raid going on, and all of a sudden I noticed somebody else was on their phone doing the frantic tapping of attack, or whatever. It's like, that's kind of different because we both played the same game. But it does crack me up, but it also makes me feel good because it's like, even though Keith doesn't play the same games that I do, he still is like interested. Like, he'll listen to me go on about stuff and be like, but it is a bit frustrating because, like, sometimes, like, I do want to know, like, what other people think. If other people have come across a certain reaction or a certain thing a character says or a certain, whatever. And it's like I feel like I need to find like a gamer group here next year. And I don't know if there's any kind of groups like that. But it would be kind of fun to find out if there was, because, like I said, when you're playing a certain game and it's like Scarlet Hollow or whatever, and you're like, oh my gosh, and that's why a lot of times I like watching videos. A newer person that I follow is called Eurobrady, and he's one of those, he's a therapist. And so it's therapist plays so and so, and he's done what became of Edith Finch. He played Slay the Princess, and like it is fascinating and fun to watch stuff like that because it's not only somebody playing a game that you at least know of, if not have played yourself, but it's also fun to see somebody whose day job is talking to people, helping them work through their problems and all that, having them approach. I mean, Slay the Princess. I mean, I don't want to spoil it unless you guys have played it, but like, I came to a realization at the end of Eurobrady's run on the game, and I was like, oh, the princess is doing this. And, and like, it's kind of cool, Like, it relates to the plot, but it also relates to, when you realize that the princess is healing and is becoming more herself, it's just really cool. It's just really cool to be able to be like, oh, that's what this is, and that kind of stuff. And like the other really cool thing about Slay the Princess and Scarlet Hollow is that it can have like it can go in whatever direction you want, and for each person who's playing, I have to say the experience will be different. And in Scarlet Hollow, it's because you pick your two traits, and you don't know, especially if you've never played the game before, you don't know what traits will be good, and you don't know that you need certain traits, and that certain traits will help prevent disasters on certain nights and all that. And so I'm just kind of like, oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of fun. But I will link his channel in the description when I upload this video later today, and we'll talk about it, and you guys should go if you're at all interested. Like, he makes it fun. It's not just dry therapy speak, if that makes sense. Like, he makes it fun. And so, I highly recommend him. Still trying to get through his Like he's played Omori, which is one of those games for anybody who's played it who that is like gets pretty dark, and so I'm kind of curious to see how he reacts to that and that kind of stuff. And like I said, my first playthrough of his I watched was What Remains of Edith Finch, and like that was really good. Like he talked a lot about family dynamics and how that can affect a person, growing up and everything. And yeah. So anyway, I will tag him in the description. And if you guys want to go watch, I highly recommend him. He's very good. Trying to think if there's anything else I really want to talk about. It's 1:09 p.m. I let the morning get way away from me. And so I need to go off and do some stuff and clean and everything. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't really have anything else to really share with you guys other than trying to get back into the. I think one of the reasons why I was having trouble with my knee was because due to the fact that we had a rainy season last couple weeks, and due to some other things, I haven't really been going out that much. I haven't been walking that much, and so I think my knee kind of got to the point where it was like not being used. And so, like, it still hurts. And, like, I don't want you guys to worry. My knee has always kind of had problems with it due to a bike injury that excuse me, due to a bike injury that I had years ago back when I was younger and in school and stuff. Can't remember if I've ever told you guys that story. I might do that at some point. I have a feeling I maybe brought it up, but I don't know if I've told you the whole entire story. But, yeah, I might do that at some point. Just bring that up and tell you guys, have like a story time video where I tell you guys how I got my knee injury. But, I think it was a combination of that and a combination of it raining, and my knee always kind of hurts when it rains. Or when it's going to rain, it kind of lets me know. It's like, hey, it's going to rain, Or it is raining, or whatever. And so, but yeah. So, anyway, I will let you guys go for now. I'll try to get this uploaded as soon as possible, and, so you guys will have something to watch, tomorrow or whatever. And like I said, probably not Thursday, because even after we get back from lunch, Keith has the day off, so I don't want to try to record while he's here, But Friday, I may be able to upload something for you guys on Friday. So keep your fingers crossed for that. I will try my best to let you know if something happens and I can't upload. But in the meantime, I hope those of you who are gathering for Thanksgiving have a great day or as great a day as possible. Just remember, you guys are awesome just the way you are. And yeah, I love y'all. And I'm so glad I get the chance to come on here and talk to you, play games for you, do whatever. It's nice to have people who watch me, who, are glad when I come online and all that. Um, but yeah, in the meantime, have a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If not, have a great Thursday. And yeah, hopefully you expect that video, the gameplay on Friday.